last week we concluded our EDC kit series. If you missed any of those videos, you can check it back out on a playlist on our channel. This week we're going to begin our new series on compasses. I have 3 compasses we're going to be going over. I'm going to talk about their advantages and disadvantages. After that, we'll be going to a local park where we'll be practicing 2 survival drills. 1, finding your place on an area map using just a compass. And 2, going from point A to point B using just a map and compass. After that, we'll be doing our usual wrap-up review. But we'll also be adding a ceremony of sorts to it. And I'm really happy to try that out this video. But all you need to do is sit down, get comfortable, and we'll get into this. So first off, we're going to be talking about button compasses. This is not your traditional button compass, as you can probably tell from the different features and accessories it has on it. You still have the button compass. You also have a whistle, a thermometer, and a magnifying glass. Button compasses are pretty easy to use. They have a travel arrow at the top, and they have a floating needle down here. And this has actually got all the cardinal directions already on the disc, and it actually will spin and point north. North is currently this way. And because it will always point north, the travel arrow will actually take up the degree of which way it's facing or which way more likely you are facing. Looking at you guys, I am 1 tick east of true cardinal southeast. That leads me into the one problem I have with this, which is it doesn't have any numbers, it just has tick marks. I can probably easily enough figure out what my degree is using the tick marks. However, I want more precision, I want more certainty with my type of compasses. This is good probably for getting you around, but if you're really going to be using a map, you're going to want to check out the next compass. My next compass is what I was trained on to using, and this is what I call the modern compass. Often they'll have clear base plate along with ruler. This one actually has a mile indicator and a kilometer indicator, which allows you to set it on the map and guess and estimate about how far away you are from a position. This also has a rotating dial and housing here. What that does is allows you to let the needle find north, and then you're able to lock in north by placing it in between those 2 dots, or as Dave Kramer called it, the doghouse, and then you know your true direction. Currently, this is telling me I am facing about 120 degrees, give or take. Now, again, one of the major advantages of this is you can lay it on a map and you can read the map underneath it because of the clear thing. Probably one of the disadvantages is the numbers, while they are there, the tick marks are very fine, and I don't have a very good indicating line. That's really important with these. Some are good about it, some are not. Still really do prefer to use this one often. Again, it's one of the things I was trained on, but there you go. But the next one I give you is even more precise. So this next one is what I call a traditional or military style compass. Again, this has the same floating needle like in the button compass. It also has a moving dial, so it has kind of both. Some other key features on there is it has a level, this red circle, and a bubble. When you get the bubble inside the red circle, you know it's level. It actually has a place for a tripod in the back, so you can actually hold it on the ground to make sure it's very level. This also has what I guess would call targeting lines, and that actually helps you using the crosshair in the front to get a more accurate direction of a far off object. And to get the best accuracy, it actually gives you a little scope inside, and you can see the numbers. Again, going with you guys, this says that I am about 125. We went from 1 tick east of southeast to around 20 degrees to now precisely 125. Now we're going to begin our journey. We're going to go to the local park. We're going to attempt these 2 survival drills, so just hang on tight and we'll get right there. Alright guys, so we're here at the park. The first thing I want to do is talk about the map I made and tell you how I did it. So what I did was I went on Google Earth. I felt the park that I'm at on Google Earth. I then orientated the map to be as north as possible. I wish you could lock it in, but you can't. I then took that picture, went to MS Paint, blew it up, and put it on 8x11, and now I have this. So this is really good to practice with, especially for parks and stuff, because you're not going to be able to find topical graphical maps with these. But this does have a couple problems. The first off is you can't control the distance of the draw, but if you're not paying attention to that, you're not going to be able to use like mile marks or something like that on it. So keep that in mind. The other thing is this is not going to be updated as often. I know other topographical maps, that's not really a problem either, but just maybe something to pay attention to when you're doing this. And the last thing is the trees will actually blur stuff. So if there's a lot of trees around it, you're not going to be able to see the path. You're not going to be able to see anything of the map. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, guys, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start the survival drills. I have to go to free cam to do this, so just sit tight, we'll get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look around my surroundings, notice the features, and then we'll find them on here on my map. Now, just right out here in front of me, I got a dirt circle with two little ride-on things here, and right here on my map, I have what looks like a dirt octagon or circle with two little things in the middle of it. So I'm going to say that feature is right here on the map. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my orientation. I want to basically figure out what direction it is from me. To do this, I'm going to set my compass to north. I'm going to then set my map to north. And now I'm going to turn my compass from here toward it, figure out what direction I get. Aim at the closest one. I get about 310, something like that. So I'm going to lay this back down here on my map, and I'm going to get it evened, and I'm going to draw my line now. Okay, you may be able to see that. I try to make it as dark as I could. All right, now we're going to find the next one. We'll use that thing out there. And I'm going to guess it's right here because I got a big one here, I got a smaller one there, and then I got that one right beside it, and that looks about like that. There's also a bench and trash can there, and I'm going to guess that's this little feature here. So we're going to take a measurement from here, and you can see the sign here, and I think that that's probably what that is. So we're going to measure from that side. Now when I take my bearing, I'm just a little to the west north. I'm about at 350. So I'm going to go to the side. I'm going to orientate my compass until my north is locked in place, and I'm going to draw that line now. Okay, and now where the two cross is where I should be, and that would be right here. And I'm sitting on a bench, so I'm probably right here. So I'm pretty close. And there's a little problems with the map and stuff. It's probably why I got not spot on, but pretty close. Next, we'll take the location we have, and we'll walk somewhere with it. Now that we know where we are, we're going to go somewhere else with this. We're going to put this emergency situation, and I need to get to the Rangers station for aid or something like those lines. So what I can do is I'm actually going to look at myself on the map here. I can orientate myself, make sure I'm north, and I'm going to just guess my direction. And I'm going to try 310, which should be, or 315, which should be northwest. So here I am on the map. That's as close as 315 as I can get. I'm going to then get north locked in here. I'm going to have myself on the edge of the map so I got a straight edge. And I'm going to take my pencil. And okay, if we notice, I'll just overshoot it just a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is dial down a little bit. I can go ahead and say probably something like 3.5. But at this point, it's going to get me close enough. So, but we'll use 3.5. That seems to work pretty well. And next I'm going to draw my line, and I'll explain why here in a second. Okay, so if you can, I really wish I had a marker, but there is the line I'm going to travel, and I'm actually going to write right here. This is 305 degrees. And it's going to take me right to my spot. The next thing I'm going to do after I've drawn my line is I want to notice everything that I'm going to see. Right here, I'm going to encounter this playground. I'm going to have to go through it. Right here, to the right of me, I want to see this spot here. We'll actually see what this is. I don't know if that's a sandbox or a trash can or something, but we'll figure out what that is. And then right here before I get to the radio station, I'll actually be on the left side, or on my left side I'll see this playground equipment. So I want to kind of have that walk with my line so that I can kind of walk by these features. And actually when we get to here, we're actually going to do something where we're going to turn 90 degrees, and we'll end up going this way. We'll turn another 90 degrees, walk this way, and then we'll turn a third 90 degrees and get back in space. And I'll show you how to do that here when we get to it. And we're started. So I'm actually going to be using my button compass to do this. I'm just going to be going generally northwest. Like I said, once I approach these features, I'll show you what I'm going to do. And like I said, I just put these X's there so I got kind of a reference to what I'm going to encounter, just to give you something to look more to. I'm not looking at my map. I'm not actually looking at my compass. I'm just walking down a straight line. I'm going to use these two to sort of judge and guide me there, so way if I'm off a little bit, I can fix myself. Okay, so we're still going northwest, and we've approached our first X. Now, instead of walking through this piece of playground equipment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn 90 degrees and walk around it. So I'm going northwest. We'll take 90 degrees turn. I'm now going southwest. We'll take 10 paces, maybe 20, get past here, and now I'm going to turn 90 again. And this is going to put me going back northwest once again. I will walk basically with it on my right side. Now what I'm going to do is once I get past it, I'm going to turn 90 degrees again, but this time to the right, and actually be going northeast. Take my 20 paces and turn again to the left. This puts me back going northwest, and I continue on down my original route. I'm coming up on the feature we saw, which was just another bench, and then just a little past it to the left, I'll be coming up on playground equipment. And how I know what we called the ranger station. Well guys, that'll do it for today. I mean, literally the sun's going down as we speak. But real quick, for those people who recognize this backpack, this is the one from the 3-day camp. This backpack just has the 5 Cs in it. It did have personal items, those have been removed. What I want to do, since we're part of this second set of C's arc, is after the end of an episode, if I decide to add gear to this, I'm going to tell you what gear I'm going to add, and we'll tell you why. That's basically what the ceremony is going to be. I have really hard decisions though. I have to pick between either the modern style compass or the more traditional military style one. The button compass is going to get a special place, just not in this kit. It's actually going to be added to our EDC kit that we spent last month building. Between the two of these, you did get to see me use this a lot. I want to actually try this out next week a lot more, but for right now, it could change, but for right now, I'm going to go with the modern style compass. The main reason I like the clear base plate, I like to be able to sit this on the map and see what I'm doing. This one, I lose map space if I had to set it down. On top of that, I like this housing dial better than this system. It has 2 arrows and they don't really line up even when they're supposed to. They both have mile and kilometer features, which was nice, and this one actually is better at finding bearings from a distance. But in the end, I'm more familiar with this one. I can still get a lot done with this one, so I'm going to choose this one. And you all will get to see me stick it into my kit, zip it up, and we're done. Next week in our compass series, we'll be talking about compasses' best friends, and you know you don't want to miss that. So to make sure you don't miss it, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, Backpack Bushcraft. If you want to, you can keep up with me and know what I'm doing by following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram now at BPackBushcraft. As always, you can check out the website where I post a weekly blog every Sunday night, 10 p.m. EST at www.backpackbushcraft.com. And until next time, guys, keep those fires burning, put it along.